Hello children, today here we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 4 division. So this chapter we have already learnt in class 3 some basic concepts of division. So we will thoroughly revise and we will learn a new concept how to divide the numbers. So firstly I want to discuss one example with you. Sometimes on the birthday we need to distribute chocolates, candy amongst yourself. So we need to divide or distribute the things in groups. So let's start with an example. Suppose you want to distribute 4 candies among with your 4 friends. So how many candies will each friend will get, right? So the first example is suppose that you want to distribute 4 candies and among with your 4 friends. So how many candies will each friend will get? Suppose that here are the 4 of your friends, right? And you want to distribute 4 candies. So these are the 4 candies. These are 4 candies I am having, and you need to distribute these 4 candies among with your 4 friends. So can you tell me how many candies will each friend will get? So you will distribute like this. So the first you will give to the first friend, and the second candy you will give to the second friend. Then you will give the third one candy to the third ones, and then the fourth one you will distribute with the fourth friend. So in this way every child is getting one candy. So it means you have distributed in this way so that the each child will get a one candy each, right? So how you have shown the division, so how you will write in numbers that the sharing which you have done in the form of candies. So how you will write in the numbers, so we'll write like as they are the 4 children, so it will be a 4, right? And you are dividing, you are sharing 4 candies. So how many candies you are having? 4, and you are sharing. So it means that you are sharing candies with your friends. So we need to divide. Sharing is means you are distributing the candies, you are dividing the candies with your friends. So we will use the concept of division here. So if your 4 friends are sharing 4 candies with them, so each friend will get one candy. So your answer is coming 1. It means that each friend is getting one candy, right? So here the concept of division arises. So the first one, that is the 4 kids, these are representing the dividend. This is called dividend, which we always write inside the division box, right? So this is the sign of a division. This is the sign of division. And what is this? In which you are, your candies are, you are going to divide with the 4 kids. So this is called a divisor. This is called divisor. So what your answer is getting after dividing 4 by 4, you are getting 1. So it means that each child is getting one candy. This is your answer. Then this will give you answer of the division is called quotient. So this is called quotient, right? So with the help of these ones, dividend, divisor, quotient, remainder, we will solve the division problem, right? So let's start with the properties of division with the one example. So the first property is if dividend is 0 and the divisor is non-zero number, then the quotient is 0. And we always use division box to divide the numbers, right? So we'll use that one. And the inner word is called dividend. This is called dividend. I'm writing DIV. This is called dividend. And this is called divisor. So I'm writing just divisor. And whatever is the quotient, whatever is the answer coming out of after dividing dividend by the divisor, you will get a quotient which is on the right hand side, and after it you will get the leftover number which is called remainder. So we will do like this. So if the dividend is 0 and the divisor is non-zero number. Non-zero means any number except 0. The quotient is 0. It means your answer will come 0 only. So you are dividing 0 by any number. So once if you are supposed to want to do like this division like this, so your dividend is 0 here. So we'll write the 0 inside, and your divisor is any non-zero number. So suppose that they have taken 4. So they are saying that whenever, if I'm taking an example, like you are having a 0 apple and you want to divide in 4 kids, right? It means that you don't have any apple, and but you want to share with your four friends. So what your friends will get, what each friend you what the friend your friend will get? Nothing. If you are dividing nothing with the anyone, then you will get 0 only. Like, so it means that you have not shared anything. It is empty. It is 0 only. So that's why 4, if you are dividing 0 by 4, your answer will come 0 only. So 4 zeros are 0. This will give you 0 only, right? That's why your answer is quotient. That's why we have written the 0 over here, right? It means that in the same way, if you are dividing 0 divided by 125, your answer will come 0 only, right? So let's start with the next question. Next property of division is, if the divisor is 1. Suppose that if your divisor is 1 and dividend is any number, the quotient is same as the number as the dividend. Whatever is the dividend is that answer. So divisor is 1. So let's make a division box first. So it is saying that your divisor is 1. So divisor we always write outside. So we'll write 1 outside. And dividend is any number. So we'll take any number. For example, they have taken 6. So I am writing over here 7. So we want to divide. Firstly, let's relate this property with the example. Suppose that you are you are having 4 friends. Suppose that you want to share one apple with your 6 friends, right? And how you will divide one apple in 6 friends? So what you will do, make you make the slices of the one apple. You make the 6 slices of the one apple, so that each friend your friend will get equal amount of the slice. So what you will do, so you will divide the one apple of the 6 slices, so that each friend of yours will get one each slice. So your answer will get 6 only, because you are dividing 6 slices of the one apple in 6 friends. Your answer will come 6 only, because you are dividing a 6 slices with 6 friends. So your answer will come dividend itself. So like this, we have taken the example. I am dividing 7 by 1. So this would come 1 sevens are 7, and your remainder will come 0. So what is the question over coming over here? 7. It means that I have divided one apple with in 7 friends. So each friend will get 7 slices of one apple, right? Like in the second example, we have divided like this: 330 divided by 1. So any number you are dividing by 1, you will get the same answer, the number itself, right? So let's start with the third property. If the dividend and the divisor are same non-zero numbers, for example, if both are same, so what you will get, your equation is always 1. Suppose that if you are dividing 5 divided by 5 is equals to 1, how it will come? It will come like this. If suppose that you are dividing 5, you are I suppose that you are having 5 friends, and you are dividing the 5 apples in 5 friends. So each friend will get only one apple. So your friend will get only one apple. So 5 friends will get one apple each. So your answer is 1. That's why your answer is 1. So in this way, you have, if you are dividing 225 by 225, your answer will come 1 as a quotient, right? So let's start with a new concept, that is a new different and its easiest one. The first method is that is the division by 10, 100 and 1000. We are not talking about the any other number except in zeros. So we are talking about the division by 10, 100 and 10,000, which are the multiple of tens, right? So without actual division means you will not need to divide. You have to find the quotient and remainder in the form of Q and R. So quotient, Q stand for quotient and R stand for remainder. So without dividing, we will get the answer as a quotient and remainder. Let's start how. So firstly, most of the children will solve the question like this. They will do the division, but the question is saying that no need to divide. So you have to find the answer without division. So if we will do it by division and we have to find the answer verbally. But here I am showing to make you understand how the answer is coming. So here the first number is, we have to divide these two numbers, that is 3468 divided by 10. So this is a the number which you are dividing that should be keep inside. This would be 3468. And here we are dividing this large number by the number 10 only. So how you will divide it? You will divide like this. 10 threes are 30 like you have done in the class 3. 10 threes are 30. Then after it you have to subtract. Then the next number you have to bring it down. Then 10 fours are 40. After that you have to subtract 46 minus 40. This will give you 6 only. And the next number you have to bring it down. And this would be 8. And again you have to divide 10 6 are 60. And this will give you 8 as a remainder. So you have to continue the process of division like this. You are not getting the remainder. So here we have got the remainder 8. So what does it representing? So we can, if you will compare the given quotient and the remainder with the given problem, that is 3468. So the last digit 8 is, I'm changing the color of the pen so that it is visible, clearly visible to you. So the last digit 8 is remainder. Your answer is of the last digit is remainder, and the rest of the digits are representing quotient. Once you are dividing by 10, so your last digit is representing remainder and the rest of the digit are representing quotient. So your quotient, how you will write it? You will write Q as a quotient. You can use short form, that is 346, rest of the digits, and your remainder is coming 8. Your remainder is 8, last digit. It means here what we are doing, we are chopping the numbers. How you will chop the numbers? If you are dividing by 10, 10 is containing a 1 0, so you have to chop the dividend last digit, only the last digit. You have to chop like this. You have to chop like this. So here we are chopping the number. You have to chop the last digit only if you are dividing by the 10. So last digit represents remainder and rest of the numbers representing quotient. So let's try the next number. So here you are dividing by 100, but we will not show this process because we have to do it by the without division, right? So we'll not divide. We will just do it verbally. How you will do it? So the first we have understood how to divide by 10. Now we'll learn how to divide by 100. So once you are dividing by 100, so you have to, 100 is containing two zeros. So you have to chop the last two digits of the dividend only. And this will give you a remainder and rest of the digits will give you quotient. And then we have to write the quotient as 57 and remainder is 0. There are two zeros, but you have to write only one. So in the same way, if you are dividing by 1000, no need to do anything. Just chop the last three digits because last you are dividing by 1000. So cut the last three digits like this. So last three digits will give you a remainder and rest of the digit will give you quotient. So you will have to write quotient as 2 and the remainder is 592. In the same way, you have to do all the questions like this. but you are not allowed to do this division over here. No need to show because we have to do this question without actual division.